What's up, everybody? I hope it's not too loud today. I'm eating chili cheese dogs for breakfast. So let's just get into it. I also have an iced coffee, so iced coffee and chili. My stomach might be tripping today, but these are chili cheese dogs. This lighting. The cheese is just under the chili. So let's give it a try. I never eat hot dogs, ever. I have mustard. These are beef hot dogs. I don't really eat pork. Sometimes, but not usually. There's some cheese. Have a bite with mustard. So good. Come on, lighting. There you go. So I made a video last week, but I'm not gonna post it, of course. There was like weird sounds going on. That's why I'm not consistent at posting, because I do make videos, they just don't turn out. Little shaky. Pretty good. I think I'm gonna have mustard on all of them. So my I went camping for Labor Day, and it ended up, we were in the mountains, obviously. It ended up snowing on us, so we only stayed for one day. It was horrible. And so I was the first one to wake up at like 7, and the night before it was like really windy. Like I knew that it was raining. The tent was like all over the place. I was like, holy crap, this tent is gonna get destroyed. It was so windy and like just stormy and stuff. So I woke up first at 7 a.m. I step out of I open the tent to go out to go to the bathroom. It's snowing, and there's like 3 inches of snow already. So I go out and I use the bathroom, and I come back in. I'm like, everybody, we have to leave now. Because one of the cars that we brought, I didn't think was gonna make it out of the snow. So we all packed up so quick and got out of there. But as we were driving back, because we went to a place that was only like an hour and a half or 2 hours away from where we all live. By we, I went with like 13 other people. Oh, these are really good. This one kind of fell apart. So as we were driving back, where I live sometimes has like crazy wind storms. And so the news was saying, like in some places, the winds were 110 miles per hour. Some places like 80 miles an hour, whatever. So on the highway, there was just semi-trucks that like the wind blew them over. We counted like 16, I think, in like an hour and a half, 2-hour drive. But it was said that there was like over 50 semis that had been blown over. And it's really sad because all these really old trees, like huge trees, that had to have been here for years. I live by a main road, sorry. It's probably loud. The wind blew them over. Huge roots, like I was so surprised that the wind could be that strong to tip over massive trees, but it did. So many trees fell. So I walk into my apartment. It's a disaster. A disaster. I have plants all over. There was dirt covering the apartment. Like, I'm not even over exaggerating. Dirt covering the apartment. I was like, what the heck happened? Because when I walked in, my windows were shut. Excuse me, no plants were tipped over, nothing. But my brother lives in the same apartment building as me, and he literally lives the apartment under me. So I called him. I was like, do you know what happened to my apartment? He's like, yeah, you left your back door open and your windows. And the winds were so bad, it knocked over all the plants. And he heard the door slamming because the wind would open and shut it. So he ran up here. Just to close that door, but he noticed like all the plants were like tipped over and stuff. So he closed my windows, picked up the plants. He didn't clean up, but it's fine. It was a disaster. And then we didn't have power. So I didn't have power for 3 days. So I like swept most of the dirt up, but there was dirt on the couches, the table, dirt on everything. And so for 3 days, I went and slept at my mom's. She lives like 45 minutes from me. And finally on day 3, the power came back on, and I was able to like vacuum and clean up and stuff, but 2020 has been quite the interesting turn of events. Is that how you say it? We had what? The virus. Where I live, we've had some pretty big earthquakes. And then where I live, we've had this windstorm craziness with power outages. I'm gonna have to edit now. I have really bad allergies right now too. It's like actually horrible. I can't, like wearing a mask is hard because I can't breathe out of my nose. Excuse me. So it's pretty difficult. And California is on fire, like the West Coast is on fire. I'm like, what is happening? I know there's people like preparing for a zombie apocalypse or whatever. I'm like, okay. Been very interesting. But I'm not someone that says like 2020 has been such a crappy year, like this is the worst year ever, whatever. I just don't want to put that negative energy into it because it already has not been the best, you know? So, we try to stay positive. I moved into a new apartment. That's why it might look a little bit different. Not everything is like set up yet. I'm so full, but I'm gonna eat this last bite. Unless you want it. No? Fine, I'll eat it. I don't want all that bread. I'll just hide it so it looks like I ate everything. Alright, pray for my stomach because I just had chili cheese dogs and coffee. And I have a lash appointment, so hopefully my stomach's not like going crazy as I'm laying on the table. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.